Marie of Luxembourg was a French princess, the elder daughter and principal heiress of Pierre II de Luxembourg, Count of Saint-Pol, by Margaret, a daughter of Louis, Duke of Savoy. She belonged to the French, cadet branch of a dynasty which had reigned as Dukes of Luxembourg and whose senior line provided several Holy Roman emperors before becoming extinct in 1437. Her paternal grandparents were Louis of Luxembourg, Count of Saint-Pol, of Brienne, and Conversano, Constable of France, and Jeanne de Bar, Countess of Marle and Soissons. Her maternal grandparents were Louis, Duke of Savoy, and Lusignan of Cyprus. Marriage and issue. She was first married as a child to her maternal uncle, Jacques of Savoy, Count of Romand, a commander in the army of Charles the Bold. He was deprived of his appanage, the Vaud, by Swiss armies sent by Bern and Fribourg shortly before Marie's prospects as heiress were greatly diminished following the execution for treason of her grandfather, the French Constable Louis de Luxembourg, Count of Saint-Pol, in 1475, which entailed the sequestration of his property. Her status and part of her inheritance in France were restored upon her remarriage to François, Count of Vendôme, a Prince du Sang, in 1487. Although she had a younger sister, Françoise d'Enghien, who wed Philip of Cleves-Ravenstein, and her father left several younger brothers, she brought vast estates and revenues to the Bourbons, including the counties of Saint-Pol and Soissons in Picardy, Ligny, Marles, and others. At Françoise's death in 1495, she became guardian of their minor son Charles de Bourbon, and managed the lands he inherited from his father as well as her own. She enlarged the Collégiale Les Saint-Georges, rebuilt the Church of Saint Martin, and donated the Porte Saint-Georges aux bourgeois de Vendôme to become the Mary. Her daughter by her first marriage, Princess Françoise of Savoy, died childless after her marriage to Count Henry III of Nassau-Breda. By her second husband, Marie had 6 children, including Charles, Duke of Vendôme, François, Count of Saint-Pol and of Chaumont, Duke of Est-Hauteville, Louis as Cardinal de Bourbon, Archbishop of Sens. Antoinette married Claude, Duke of Guise. Louise, Abbess of Fontevraud. Legacy. She lived to see her sons and son-in-law, and her Bourbon and Guise, her children, become mortal enemies, leading the Huguenot and Catholic factions, respectively, vying for power in France as the Valois dynasty approached extinction. She was still living when her great-granddaughter was crowned Mary, Queen of Scots, in 1542. She died in the Château de Férentard-en-Noir in Picardy, but was buried with her second husband in Vendôme. Ancestors.